getting a film, getting people to make a film. And,
yeah. I can't speak for Latin America, but for here, I think the way you start out is with, there's several conferences with people with, for instance, the IFP, which I'm the chairman of the board of, so it's a little bit self-serving, has several programs that bring people in with scripts to connect them with producers. There's endless number of script competitions. Of course, there's Sundance, which has workshops as well, Film Independent. I think that's a really great way, if you don't otherwise have connections with producers. Again, you know, I get literally, because of the internet, you know, because of email, I get 50 solicitations a day, and I don't read any of them, to be honest. It's not worth my while.
La misma pregunta, same question, en Cuba, si alguien tiene un guión, ¿cómo es que proceden? ¿Cómo se mueve el guión en Cuba en este momento? So the thing was, you know, the same thing is, how does a script move in Cuba today?
Bueno, se mueve de diferentes maneras. Como ya les dije, hay unas pequeñitas productoras independientes que son fundamentalmente para que las tienen los más jóvenes realizadores.
¿Y no está relacionada con el gobierno o está relacionada? No. Okay, so they're not even, she said they're small independent companies in Cuba by young independent producers. And I asked, but is that in association with the government? She said, absolutely not.
Y entonces ellos se reúnen, tienen sus propios guiones, y esos guiones los llevan hasta la realización final. A veces consiguen un poco de dinero de distintas instituciones o asociaciones, o obtienen recursos o equipos, es decir, se les presta cámaras o vestuario, utilería, y entonces ellos hacen sus películas de esa manera, es decir, tienen sus propios guiones y hacen sus propias películas. Y están también las instituciones que son más fuertes, que tienen detrás, por supuesto, una industria, como por ejemplo el ICAE, la televisión, educación, el área de educación. Y entonces ahí los guiones se presentan, y se seleccionan los que se puedan filmar, es decir, de acuerdo con la capacidad de financiamiento que tiene el Estado. Hay más guiones que posibilidades de realización.
Eso es universal. That's universal.
La capacidad creativa sobrepasa las posibilidades de financiamiento e inclusive de la industria, de las capacidades de la industria, de poner los estudios, de poner las cámaras, las luces a la disposición de los guionistas. En Cuba pasa una cosa, y es que en Cuba ocurre que generalmente el cine que se realiza es cine de autor. El mismo director es el guionista de la película, es decir, ahí nosotros no tenemos un sistema industrial como puede existir en cualquier otro país, que normalmente el guionista es uno y el realizador es otro. No, en Cuba casi siempre el realizador y el guionista es la misma persona. Es una característica muy particular que existe en Cuba, aunque hay algunos jóvenes que sí se dedican solo a hacer guiones. Y en el caso de los jóvenes hay mucha flexibilidad, es decir, uno hace un guión y lo dirige el otro, pero no es el caso de la historia de la cinematografía cubana.
In Argentina, there's a script.
In
How does
Argentina
that
it's
move
the same
along?
thing. There are many caciques and few Indians. Mostly all of the films are written and directed by the same person. And normally all the productions are low cost, so nobody gets paid. the actors, the technicians, everyone like make a big cooperativa, as you say. And the way the films are done, even the ones that get support from the National Institute, the money they give is not enough to cover the costs, so most of them never get paid. But it's the way of independent filmmaking.
Wow. Can I say one
Sure,
thing?
please.
Just, you should look into, to answer the gentleman's question, though, you should look into NALIP, the National Association of Latino Independent Producers. They have 2 signature pieces. One is the Writers Lab, and the other one is the Latino Producers Academy. And I have clients that participate both in the Sundance Institute and at the LPA, as we call it, and naturally, nothing beats the Sundance Institute. But given the resources that NALIP has, the organization, relative to Sundance, I've heard that it's on par. It's much more modest, but it's actually on par. And you should look into it, because I hear that it's a wonderful opportunity if you're a writer who wants to get the opportunity to work with producers, directors, editors, composers, and who will run you through the whole process.
And there's 3 questions that want to come through, but I just want to piggyback on that immediately, that we have one of the films playing at the Havana Film Festival right now is a graduate from the Latino Producers Academy in 2007. Rafi Mercado is the director of Niente, which is actually one of the 15 films in competition.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. It's like NALIP is a very excellent source, and I was part of the Latino Producers Academy 2 years ago, and I never thought I would be here today with my film. And I'll be in Austin on Thursday representing
Puerto Rico.
And thanks to NALIP, really Niente was able to happen. So, thank you, NALIP. NALIP really works.
Hello, good evening. Victor Taplin. I'm from New York. I'm a filmmaker. NYU School of Continuing Education Film, 1983. First of all, before I ask my question, I see there's a young lady here from Argentina. I went to school with a young man from Buenos Aires back in the 1980s when I was in film school here. His name was William Castang. His parents owned the Argentine Pavilion restaurant here in New York City on 45th Street. He was a lovely man, the nicest person you ever wanted to know, and he passed away. So I just wanted to say to William, wherever you are, we'll never forget you. Another question I want to ask, you guys used a cooperative system in making films in some of your countries. So for example, the actors, the directors, the technicians, they all get together, they work for nothing, and they make their film. But what about your technical infrastructure, camera rentals, post-production facilities, film stocks, film labs? How do you guys pull that off? And one other thing, we hear about Latin America. Now, we know all the countries in Latin America speak Spanish, with the exception of Brazil. Now, how does the... Oh, right, thank you. That's French, yes. And thank you for the correction. How does the Portuguese language factor into the rest of the Latin American community? Thank you very much.